In this lesson, we're going to be talking about charting in Excel, and this comes from Lesson 21. The lesson number we're on is Lesson 21 in the book, and the page number that we'll need to go to for this is page 508. On page 508, you will see the Excel file. The file name is E21Try. That's the file we're going to be opening. You can open it from here, or we can go to our Class Files folder. Class Files, IIT, Excel. We are now in Chapter 3, and here is that E21Try file. With the file open, we're going to save it to our dated folder. And add our initials to the end of the file name. When you open this spreadsheet, you're going to see two tabs at the bottom. The first one says Example, and this one has a chart that's already been placed in the document, and there's a few different items. You've got a legend. Some students have called this a key. This happens to be a column chart, and there's just, you've got your X and your Y axes. This is the Y axis, this is your X axis. So there's just various different parts of the chart that we could go over. But I'd like to just kind of jump in and create a chart. So if you will, let's go to the Practice tab. And here we've got some data. And what we want to do is turn this data into a chart. So what we're going to do first of all is to select all of the data. The biggest mistake students typically make when they create a chart is they usually forget to select some of the labels, either on the left side or above. You always have to have labels selected both on the left and above of whatever you might be charting. So with my data selected from A5 to D8, I'm going to go to the Insert tab. And the first chart we're going to create is going to be a bar chart. So you've got your recommended charts here, but then you've got your different types of charts over here. This is the column chart. This is the bar chart. Insert bar chart. I'm going to click the drop down on that. And the particular chart that we're going to create is going to be the first one in the 3D group. Okay? So it's going to be the 3D clustered bar chart. Now once the chart's been placed, we can move it simply by pointing at the outside edge of the chart. I can move it to a different location. So I'm going to move this over here to the right of the data so I can see both the data and the chart at the same time. Now at times, you may decide that you want to add or remove things from the chart. For example, I could add or remove completed, started, or planned. Also the items on the legend, I could remove, say, Glenview, River Knoll, or Oak Bend. Well, we are going to remove this River Knoll is the goal. So here's what we're going to do. Over to the right of your chart, you've got this thing that looks like a funnel or a filter. If you click on that funnel or filter, you will see both the series as well as the categories. As I stated a moment ago, we want to remove River Knoll. So I'm going to uncheck River Knoll. And when I click Apply, you will now see that River Knoll no longer shows up on the chart. Well, the other thing I want to do while we're here is we want to add a chart title. So I'm going to click on Chart Title, And the title that we want to give this is going to be Q2, so I'm going to type in Q2. By the way, as you're typing, notice it doesn't appear here as you're typing. That does throw some students off. If you look up on the formula bar, though, it is indeed typing. So I'm typing in Q2, home, construction, and when I press enter, that will actually replace that chart title that was appearing there. Now I know some students will take the time to actually come in, click inside of here, and then you can see what you're typing, and that's fine as well. So we've added the chart title, we've removed one of the items from our legend from this chart. Well, we're going to create another chart. This was called a bar chart. We're going to create a pie chart. Now for this, we're going to select the information, but if I create my pie chart now, I'm going to go to Insert, I'm going to go to my pie chart, which is here, it's the one that looks like a circle, and I create my 3D pie chart. Notice that the only information that's displaying in this pie chart is the Oak Bend, River Knoll's not there, and Glenview North is not there. The legend is showing you plans started and completed. Well, that's not really what I wanted to do. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to delete this chart. I'm pressing the delete key on my keyboard to get rid of the chart. What we're going to do is we're going to select data in order to tell Excel more clearly what we wish to chart. So I'm going to select from community down to Glenview North. I want all three communities to be charted. But what I want to do is I want to chart the completed. So with my control key held down, I'm going to select from completed down to 17. Okay, so that's from D5 down to D8. Now I'm going to go create my pie chart. And again, I'm going to use the 3D pie chart. So here it's showing my completed items, and it's showing the different communities, Oak Bend, River Knoll, and Glenview North. Now I'm going to go ahead and move this down so that it's below the first chart that I created. Now, to this chart, I wish to change the style. I wish to change the style. The way I can do that, there's actually a couple ways I can do that. On the way we've done it in the past is we would have gone to the Design tab and modified the chart style or the chart colors. Alternatively, this little paintbrush that's over here does give us the ability to change a style or the color of our chart. So first we're going to change the style. I'm going to come down and I'm going to choose this third style, style number 3, and that gives it a little bit more modern look. The thing that I like about style 3 is it does include your percentages for the different pie slices. Now maybe we wish to choose a different color. Let's go to the Color tab. Here we can look at the different color choices that we may have, and in this case we're going to come down and pick color choice number 4. It allows us to pick the color choice with the green, gold, and blue colors. Now the last thing I want to do is I want to move my legend. Right now the legend is appearing on the right, and I want that legend to appear along the bottom. Well, that can be changed using this little plus symbol here. When I click on the plus, I can see that I can make changes to my chart titles. I can make changes to my data labels. Or, in the case that I'm working on right here, I can make changes to my legend. So I'm going to click on this little plus next, or the little arrow next to the legend, and I want to tell Excel to put my legend at the bottom of the chart instead of on the right side. I've made the changes I wish to make, so I'm going to click away from the chart, and here I will see the chart in its final conditions. So we've created a bar chart, showed you how to put in a title, we've created a pie chart, we've modified the style, we've modified where the legend goes, as well as the colors. At this point, we can save our file and close it. In this lesson, we showed you how to add charts to Excel. We added titles to the chart, we changed the chart style, and we even showed you how to remove data from the chart.